The Benz is awful. How could you say that? The Benz is great. You really don't like the Benz? That's weird. Well, this is actually today's officially the anniversary of the stream, and it is pretty exciting. But that won't happen. The actual anniversary stream won't happen until tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, you know what I mean. Later on today, whenever, because it's 1 a.m. Eastern. So it is actually May 11th. This is the night before I started the stream. And it actually, yeah, I mean, it's definitely really cool to have people here for this. This is the first time I've streamed Metroid Fusion, and Metroid being one of my favorite series, I think, if not my favorite series of all time, I think this is an appropriate thing to start on this day. And I have the Virtual Console version. Here we go. The galaxy is at Bias. Whoa. Just change the info. Alright, we're all set up. Cowboys. Yeah, I like Zero Mission. I've streamed that, I think, once. I've played it a number of times. This I've only ever played once. But I'm excited. Metroid Fusion. I'd been assigned to watch over Biologics research team. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. Oh, look, it's the Federation Force dudes. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of the attacker, a parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. I like how simple the story is, and like the way the story's told through the cutscenes is so simple compared to what they tried to do with Other M. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness. My ship drifted into an asteroid belt. Ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. It's like right at the beginning, Samus's ship is just destroyed. What a shame. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then, someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. And yes, this is the last game in the timeline. This is what we're up to. A game from 2002 is what we're up to in the Metroid timeline. Kind of crazy to think about it. 14 years and we still don't have a continuation of this story. As for me, when life ended, yet I survived, reborn, as something different. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. I'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer had notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. What? No, don't do that. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station and the Casbah. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I'm being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. Is that a reference to, Adam? I forget. I don't, Another M, oh boy. They're like, hey, what's the least cool aspect of this game that we can base a game story around? Oh, I know, Adam. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is, as of yet, unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly, quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now go to the quarantine bay. I don't remember a whole lot about Other M. Honestly, I really don't remember much of the story. I remember, remember me? I can't not remember him, because he said remember me. And that was like a meme for a while. I also remember Adam. I remember Samus. And Kraid was in the game, kind of. But I really, I guess, maybe blocked out a lot of that game. I streamed that shit too when it first came out. I remember enjoying this game immensely, but I don't remember a lot of this game either. So this is definitely a fitting anniversary stream start, in a way, because this is the only Metroid game that I love that I've never streamed. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. I can't believe I never streamed this. This is an anomaly. Explosion. Kabams. Will I play Other M again? No, there's no need for me to play Other M again. Yeah, I finished this game. I played it when it first came out. I played it alongside Metroid Prime. And, that was, yeah, 14 years ago. So, I mean, this is just a crazy, like, past few months for me. Twilight Princess. Into this. Into, you know, Chrono Cross. There's just a lot of memories. Unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. But it has also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons.
You may also restore latent abilities this way, Bob, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can.
This station is home to many species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I'm already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive on duty, Samus, so the Federation Force game can be created. Is your objective clear? Now get going. I've released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. I mean, you know, this game tried its hardest. It's, Game Boy Advance sound chip isn't all that amazing, in all honesty. Some games did pretty good with it. It's more, it just sounds like the MIDIs themselves are fine, but, you know, the quality is very low. Circle of the Moon, Castlevania Circle of the Moon had a good soundtrack. Golden Sun had a good soundtrack. What else? Aria of Sorrow had a good soundtrack. There's a lot of good soundtracks on the Game Boy Advance. It's just, again, a lot of it sounded very muffled. I received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help you against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for download. Data room is here. Yes. With your chance of survival climbs to 20%. Suddenly, Adam, or whoever this is, this AI, I forget, is now Phi, or Phi, from, Skyward Sword. Here, let me just email you some missiles. Thank you for that. Exactly. They're gonna email me missiles. Also, just to talk for a moment, people were curious about how I liked the new Pokemon. I like the owl. The computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CO I served under the name Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect, with some irony, I named the computer after him. There we go, that's why I called it Adam. There you go.
Bob!
The owl is okay. I like the owl, it's cute. That will probably be my starter. Liddy. Didn't we already have a fire cat Pokemon? What was Skitty? Was Skitty not fire? And then there's, what was the other one? It was, a Juggalo. It was a clown water Pokemon. Seal clown water Pokemon. We never had a fire cat before? Oh, Skitty was normal, sorry, okay. So Skitty was not fire, okay. Lit Leo. Lit Leo. Oh, it's not Liddy, it's Litten? Sorry, I thought it was Lit. I thought it was Liddy. Yeah, so Lit Leo was what I was thinking. Is that gonna, like, is Lit Leo going to be an evolution of Litten? I just want to know, like, what... I got missiles. I want to know how... Yeah, I have to change some controls. Oh, alright, there's a screen smoothing option. No, we're not doing that. Pixel perfect. Does it... you know, I'm just gonna end up rescaling it anyway, so I may as well stay with that. There we go. I like the, trigger buttons better than the shoulder buttons. What's L? Yeah, I want to just rebind that. It's just easier. Yeah, that's good. So, I mean, I think, I'm excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I think it's based on Hawaii. The new area. Alola, is that what it's called? Aloha Island? Electrical interference has knocked out the elevator on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge biosigns. I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use a recharge room or absorb special type of X parasites. Yes. Missiles are your only hope. And so is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Alola region. Yeah, it's too much water. Shit out of 10. No, really though, it's kind of, it's exciting. I like Pokemon now. For a while I didn't, but Pokemon X rejuvenated my interest in the series. So, you know, I'll probably use the owl to be an unoriginal fuck. But I just want to know, what is Pokemon gonna look like in 50 years? Like, how out of ideas are they? If they're doing fire Pokemon, cat Pokemon again. Fireman! We need some human-themed Pokemon. Human! Human! Bob! Bob! Bob, Mom! Bob! It just goes like that. Bob! It's like we're getting to the point where it's just copies of a copy of a copy of a copy. It's like when you Xerox the same thing over and over again. It's just the quality degrades. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be some cool looking ones in Sun and Moon. But in 50 years, every animal, every combination is gonna be totally gone. Yes, like the Nine Inch Nails song. I'm just a copy of a copy of a copy. I like to make poopy in my pants. I'm sorry, GPM. I'm sorry about the Douglas thing. I would like to officially put the Douglas thing to rest, because I think it's freaking some people out. What began on Sunday shall end today. A 2-day shelf life. Why don't you bring your dog, Douglas? There we go. I just put it in the grave. That was it. That was it for old time's sake. Oh my god. Oh, that's how you do that. Morph ball. I'm sorry, you can still do it, GPM. You can do it as much as you want. But, for me, Mr. Dink, I've decided that for the 6-year anniversary, one of the things that I want to do is I want to kill a meme in its infancy. Like they did with the Bastards of Robert Baratheon. I want to go around as Sir Meryn Trant. And I want to, like, just do it. Just kill the meme. Kill the meme, Jon Snow. Kill the meme. But it's yours now, GPM, if you want it. I know Mike likes it, too. So, I mean, it's not dead from, you know, existence. It's just, I'm not gonna do it anymore. No, werewolves can come back. We can bring werewolves back at any time. Werewolves is werewolves. Vinny, missing an energy tank right now frustrates me so much. Okay, you gotta let me know where it is. I don't know where it was. Here, I'll try to get the energy tank. The game's audio is mono. Whoa. Is there a way to do that? How do you change it to stereo? L or R and pause menu. Samus, it says, I feared the breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1 SRX shows several abnormalities in the biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR-388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to 1. Okay. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. So I can't go back that way? I'm not really totally crazy about a lot of the, directions that you have to get. I don't know how to... Just gonna lower the volume a little bit. It's in the... You have to do it on the main menu. Alright. I can do that. Just want to see if there's a, thing I missed. You can't get the energy tank anymore right now. Okay. That sucks. So I have to be able to go through that door that I can't get through to get it. Lame. Yeah, I don't know this game as well as I know Super Metroid, so I'm gonna end up missing a lot of stuff. Reset? No, I'm good, man. I'm good. I am gonna reset, actually, after the save room. But not for the reason you want me to. I see people trying to tempt me into doing the Douglas voice. It's not gonna happen. Sweet Jesus, we did it. It's like we're there in real life, guys. And then that low-ass quality for that theme. That requires super missiles, I would assume. I can do Shitty Bender once, since it's the anniversary. I can do that one time. Oh, you need authorization? Oh, I need the green hatch to unlock? Alright. This is not the way I want to go. Did you see Ridley? Holy shit. He's hiding out. What made me start that voice, though? Mental problems, I'd say. What other reason? I don't know. I don't know. Why did Doug come up? No, I'm not taking voice requests. Tomorrow, I'll do shitty voices for you guys. One each. One sentence each. Oh shit, it's Samus's suit. Obliterated. SAX. Guess we'll go down to one. One of my Chrono Cross voices sounded like Mr. Dink. Well, that was partial. I didn't actually make a connection that it sounded like Mr. Dink, I don't think. And for some reason, Mr. Dink just started, like, slowly worming his way into my streams. The volume took a dip. Yeah, it did lower a little bit. Here, let me say something with Shitty Bender.
Hey! My name is Samus Aran, okay? I'm the real Slim Shady, not you other Slim Shadys who are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Hey!
There you go. Alright, there you go. Whoever else in the audience gets triggered by my voices. Well, I'd like to wish you all a happy dick to eat, but, at the same time, that's the only one you're getting. You're getting one Shitty Bender for the whole year. So enjoy it. Because now it's over. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They're already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Yes, I have to destroy some GameCubes now. By the way, someone actually... My Wii, as you know, has died. Alright? The disk drive no longer works. So... a guy named William sent me one of his Wiis. Apparently he got into a Ponzi scheme where he tried to sell a bunch of fucking Wiis and ended up not selling a bunch of them, and he had like a bunch left at his house. So he just sent me one of those. And now I have a replacement for shovelware. So thank you, William. You've saved the stream, but also ruined it at the same time, because that means more shitty games will be played on stream. It's still a little low volume-wise. What's a Ponzi scheme? Hang on a second. I said Ponzi scheme. I don't really even fully know what that is. There's the GameCube, by the way. It's a fraudulent investment operation where the operator, an individual organization, pays returns to its investors from new capital paid to the operators by new investors, rather than from profit earned through legitimate sources. Oh, obviously. Bernie Madoff. That's gonna be my next song. It's gonna be called Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff, Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff with $1 million. Bernie Madoff, Bernie Madoff, Bernie Madoff with $1 million. So maybe he didn't participate in a Ponzi to sell those Wiis. But he did end up selling Wiis at some point. I don't really know how it worked. He sent me an email about it, but I've forgotten. Someone else sent me gummy tits. It was a birthday gift in my P.O. box. I'm not kidding, by the way, they're just candy tits. I mean, what's better, really? But what's better than filling your stomach with both tits and too much sugar? It will be my undoing. What's better? Gyromatic sent me something too, which I haven't seen. Gyromatic, I hope you didn't send me more dildos. I really don't have any room for like I said, before I went to PAX, I actually hid the dildos. Which, let's say I didn't come back from PAX, or someone decided to, you know, go into my house to check on stuff, and they start cleaning out my stuff, and there's 2 hidden red dildos. I mean, how the fuck posthumously do you explain that? You don't, because you're dead. But it's worse if they're hidden, and you know, the fact that they're like they're unused, it would be like, well, he cleans them real good, and he hides them. There's so little we knew about our Vincent. So little we knew. So no, I don't need any more dildos. No more dildos, John. You're complicating my life with dildos. It's He says, I can promise you no more for now. For now, huh? Okay. Alright, fine. Speaking of, like, gummy bears and shit like that, I had, these things called Squish recently that are, like, gummy things that are weird, and they're really good. They're supposed to go with cocktails. And, one of the flavors is called Brain! Like I'm floating brain! And it's literally just a gummy brain filled with, like diabetes juice. But it's delicious, though. It's actually really good betus juice. There's one that was spicy, that, like, actually you would eat it, and the juice inside was just spicy. It was pretty insane. But yeah, it was, very interesting gummy bears. It's amazing how far we've come from gummy bears. Which, by the way, that seems like an abnormality. Eating a fuckload of gummy bears when you're a child? Like, how does that even come out? I always expected my poop to be, like, glued together. And, like, red and blue. I don't know how you even are supposed to digest shit like that. But we've come a long way from just, like, bears. Now there's lots of different things. There's lots of different ways to glue your poop together. Like pina colada, for example. Spicy. What else? Brain. But they are fucking delicious, though. They were really, really good. And that's a shame. Candy is, like, kind of one of my big weaknesses. I visited dentists a lot in my life. Let's just leave it at that. No, this isn't my first time playing Metroid Fusion, but it is my first time playing this in 14 years. Do I enjoy Mike and Ike's? Yeah, I used to. I haven't had them in years, GPM, but they're pretty... those are, like, really addictive. It's both an annoyance and a good challenge that you have to retrieve the enemy before they can become an enemy again. Yeah, I don't enjoy Ike, only Mike. Sorry. The Ike part isn't my favorite. Swedish fish are good. You know, I mean, there's a lot of really good fucking candy out there. It's just, it's so easy to get. It's so easy to eat. All this. Oh, God, you see good candy like that, it's like, fuck. I'll just eat a whole pack. I actually will avoid candy as much as possible. And I successfully have avoided candy. But, like I said, the squish shit was pretty goddamn amazing. Me, Mike, and Joe ended up eating, like... I don't know, 17 each? Oh, fuck you, Chozo! God damn it, dude! Thought we were friends. Nothing is to be trusted in this game. Not even your own suit. Not even yourself. Almond Joy? Yeah. Charge beam. Nice. I love how the charge beam affects your actual beam in this game. It makes it a little bit wider. That's what's up. Mike and Ike, what other delicious tooth glue exists. Oh, milk duds are good tooth glue, if you want to talk about tooth glue. I mean, it's not like, you know, sweet, it's not like fruit candy. Anyone else ever hear horror stories about how, like, people lost caps on their teeth because of certain candies? Like the really chewy candies, and people, like, broke their teeth on jawbreakers? Because I heard those my whole life, which I'm not... The room after the charge shot, there's a secret? Okay. I'm not sure if those were old wives' tales, or things told to me so that I would not eat as much candy when I was a kid. Ooh, nice. But yeah, I've always heard tales of like, people eating particularly chewy candy and then losing caps on their teeth. Which I'm sure is possible. I'm not doubting that at all. I don't think that's ever happened to anyone I know personally, but... Someone said I lost 2 caps with bazooka gum. I broke my tooth on gummy candy, had it taken out and replaced. No on gummy candy? Warheads? Oh man. Yeah, there are people in chat that lost fillings and caps and shit and broke teeth. It is real. Warheads were a thing. When I was in middle school, or elementary school, or whatever you want to call it, warheads were like a competition. Like, to be a cool bab in 5th grade, you had to be able to eat all the warheads. And like, the more warheads you could handle, like if you could handle like 3 or 4 at the same time, you were cool. Wall jumping is easier in this game. Slightly. Did you ever see the Ellie Beast video where he eats warheads until his mouth bleeds? Oh, fuck off. I don't want to hear about that. Are you fucking serious? How's it even happen? That hurts just to hear. That sentence hurt me. How the fuck does that even happen? I think I wasn't like, you know, gonna stuff my entire mouth with warheads. I would say that I could probably get like 3. But there was a certain point where you just had to stop. You just had to stop. You couldn't keep going, because warheads are really... You know, they're not good for you. They're especially not... I mean, candy's not good for you, but warheads are especially not good for you. Now that I'm finding out that your mouth can bleed with them... Just light conversation during this Metroid Fusion stream. Nope. Bad. Bad Samus. Bad Samus. Warhead comes in spray? Like you can spray warhead juice into your mouth? What does that even mean? don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. I missed a room. I'm gonna go back for that room. I think, you know, I'm a pretty simple guy, though, when it comes to candy. Like, I like chocolate. I try to avoid a lot of candy these days, and I do a pretty good job at it, aside from that recent run-in with gummy stuff that was just really good. I had no choice, guys. I had no choice. But, generally, I will, every now and then... Okay. I didn't realize how awesome Cadbury chocolate was, because we don't generally find Cadbury in stores in the US, like just at random delis, or maybe it's just a New York thing. But then some people sent me Cadbury from like England and Australia, and I was like, okay, this is really good. And then I found out that there's a few stores that actually sell it locally. Just the milk chocolate, Cadbury milk chocolate. And it is so much fucking better than Hershey's. So much better. Oh, it's a New York thing? Okay, maybe it's someone saying it's a New York thing. Oh, this was just a save point. There was nothing. I guess map percentage completion. Chocolate truffles? Oh, you mean like truffle butter? No, I don't really have any opinion on that. But, there is this show on Netflix called Cooked. It's 4 episodes. And I watched it recently. It's about how, it's about a lot of things. It's about mainly good food, like cooking at home, but also like the essentials of, like, it's the 4 elements of cooking, so fire, water, air. So it talks about cheese, bread, just basics of food, the very, very basics. And, I thought it was pretty interesting. But there is one, I think it was the episode about fermenting, it was the water episode, where you get to see things get fermented, and it's a little gross, but I gotta say, the most unappetizing thing in the world is chocolate before it's fermented. It will make you not want to eat chocolate. I'm sorry, it's fucking gross. It's slimy and disgusting. I'm not gonna tell you what's done or what it looks like, but, you know, watch it or Google it or find it on YouTube if you're really interested, but it is gross. Chocolate's first evolution, like its first form, is not appetizing. Oh, thank you, Lunar Scythe. Okay, here we go. Navigation room. We did it. We cleared out the things. Atmospheric stabilizers online, but many X have already made it to the other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. I suspect X entered the sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in TRO now. Samus, get over there. We need you to put an end to this. Is your objective clear? Start moving. I'll brief you at the TRO navigational room. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I'm getting Other M fly. It's amazing how Other M even makes this part of the game kind of bad. For me, I'm sorry. If you don't feel the same way. I wonder if I can trust this computer too. Like, that really, none of that bothered me when it first came out, but now I'm thinking, it's just making me think about the story of Other M. And I really, really did not like that game's story. Rave culture and Nightcore, I have no opinion on rave culture. I know very little to nothing about it. And Nightcore, as far as I know, is just speeding up music and increasing the pitch of the music, which I've heard for a number of my songs, and it just left me confused. So, I really don't know. Why was Other M so bad? You know, I did this once, and I had a number of people get salty with me because they loved Other M. So some people really like that game, but I'll explain why I don't like Other M in just a second. I have learned the identity of our mystery saboteur. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. I have named it the SA-X. I believe the SA-X came from a capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. That explosion breached the capsules containing all the X that started this disaster. But the SA-X is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SA-X is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see the SA-X, just run. Don't think about fighting. You're still very vulnerable to cold and unexpected effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SA-X is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have bomb data ready for the data room. In the data room, bombs will help you find a way out if the SA-X traps you. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. But, per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow. Good luck. Got it. Okay, this is where it gets a little spoop. So, I didn't like Other M. I thought the gameplay was pretty weak overall. The setting was okay, but it was kind of... I don't know, it didn't really do it for me. Moving around in a 3D space with a D-pad, I didn't really like that. I didn't like having to switch the way I pointed the Wiimote to use missiles, but it had some good gameplay stuff. The gameplay was actually probably one of the better parts of the game on a whole. But, there's a lot of, like, you're not authorized to do this. I don't like the way the story made Samus into a weak character who just takes orders, you know, and then just random pointless characters. An emphasis on story in a series where story does not need to happen. A story in a Metroid game is fine. Sure, it could be done right. But I feel like what I want, and this is just my opinion, remember that. You can have your own thoughts about Metroid story, that's good. Your own thoughts are good. But my thoughts are that my favorite Metroid games are the ones that give you only a little bit and let you fill in the rest. And the sense of isolation and being alone and the sense of just dread that you're on this alien planet by yourself. That's something that you can't beat. But there was an attempt at characterizing Samus that I think was awful. And I just think the game did a lot wrong. So this game has like story, and you don't feel like you're alone in this game. You're completing objectives. But there's a little bit more to it than just the babby. Yeah, you need permission to do anything in Metroid Other M. You just need permission. What's that, Master Adam? Can I do the thing? Do I have your permission, Master? Again, the character of Samus gives no fucks and lives like a windrammer. Alright? Does not give a shit, sees future in balls, and does not have to kowtow to some idiot who won't even give her abilities. But also just the gameplay and just the whole overall of the game was just boring to me. Bland, unmemorable. But I think that's why a lot of people would give that game shit. It's not just me. Like, you know, a lot of people have claimed that to be, in some ways, the death of the Metroid franchise. At least until the next game comes out. Which, at this point, is Federation Force, everyone. Yeah, someone just said, I know you've been in a superheated room taking damage for a few minutes now, Samus, but only now do I give you permission to turn on your heat shield. Yeah, you would take damage and be like actually dying, but you could not gain permission to turn on your heat shield. Yeah, I think Axiom Verge did a good job at balancing story and keeping you still in the dark enough that you felt like you were alone, and it was like really creepy and weird, and the story didn't detract from the gameplay and that feeling of isolation. Axiom Verge is the best Metroid game in years. I've said that before, and I love that game. Which Metroid game is my favorite? Super Metroid, followed closely by Metroid Prime. Oh shit. SAX is here. Prime 2 was great. My friend Paul would come over my house, right? And he would watch me play the game and help me solve the puzzles. And that was a game I gave up on for a little while because it was so incredibly, like, I don't want to say hard, because the game was hard, but it wasn't, like, unbeatable. But it was a tough game to figure out at times. And I have good memories of the summer that Paul and I worked through that game and actually fucking beat it. Like, I would say that was one of the best single-player experiences I've ever had with another person helping me. It was great. We both felt very accomplished by the time we finished the game, and then it was like, well, what the fuck do we do now? And then we did, then it was Resident Evil 4. And then Gay Sex. Which is just the name of a game. Since you're all going there in your head anyway. That blue thing was really fucking taking those hits, sponging them up. It's amazing how Resident Evil 4 both rejuvenated the franchise and killed it at the same time. And I actually like Resident Evil 5. I think that's a great co-op game. Had a lot of fun with that one. Oh, look at that. That's one thing they did to make certain areas inaccessible, huh? I don't know how to bomb jump on this. Oh. Oh, I'm fucked now. I'm stuck here forever, everyone. Game over. What the fu- oh. Okay, look at that! That's scumbag. That's scumbag technological pole. What is that word? I think I just had a stroke, help. I'm okay now. What was that thing doing there? It was 1 pixel to the left, god damn it. Total loss. Am I still friends with Paul? I think that we're the type of friends that we could pick up our friendship wherever we left off. I spoke to him maybe 6 months ago, or like 4 months ago, but I haven't seen him in a while, and I'm really bad with keeping friendships intact. I'm fucking terrible at that, especially these days. Like, if I thought I was bad before, which I was, nowadays it's even worse. But yeah, I think when we last spoke, it was pretty much like we hadn't really had any time pass between us, which I think are the best types of friendships. Different Paul, by the way, not the one from CTV. Not the one that I worked with. That Paul I haven't seen in 2 years. That Paul is a different Paul. That Paul. Yeah. Paul, TV Paul, he's actually got a really good job interviewing celebrities. I haven't seen him, but I think if I gave him a call, he would definitely hang out. Fuck off. See, now this is what's cool about this game. that SAX is giving me like some anxiety. It's like you may not have the feeling of isolation so much. I mean, you do, because you're still on your own above all. But at this moment in time, I feel like I'm being stalked. Good job, Vin. I really mastered the eye walls, haven't I? The fuck? Oh, it's like a fucking condom. Spiky condom. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Yeah. It's not over yet. High jump and jump ball abilities. I like that the spring ball is now just jump ball. And they don't edge you on it. Just like, oh, here it is. Am I still gonna play Overwatch when it comes out? Yeah, maybe. I'm apparently pretty decent with a few characters. So maybe I'll just, like, you know, become a pro and quit all my other responsibilities and just play that professionally. You know, get in the ground level of the competitive scene. You know, get sponsored by Pepsi. Beepsy. And, yeah, make the big bucks. Sound good? Great. Great. I found that I am best with Hanzo. I am good with Junkrat. I need a little more practice with Junkrat. And I'm also good with Widowmaker and Edge Reaper, Edgelord. Oh fuck, SAX was here.
Escape, escape, delete. Escape, escape.
I don't like that twitching bug thing. It's not good. It's like fucking cicadas. They're gonna hatch soon, aren't they? God, I hate cicada husks. Well, unlocks don't carry over in Overwatch, right? Someone said they were jealous of my unlocks from my loot boxes, but my question is, when the game is out, all the stuff from the beta does not carry over, so I basically don't have those skins anymore, correct? Everything's being wiped. Oh, all loot reset. Apparently there's a pillar underwater. All of it will be tossed? There we go. Nope. I guess we're stuck here forever. Oh. Fuck off, fish! Have I flossed today? Yes, I floss every day. I actually... What a weird question. I have the, a water pick. So if I don't use floss, I do the water pick. And, yeah, it's a good thing to do. You feel good. You know, make those gums bleed. Get rid of that plaque. Oh, someone has to take a piss. They said pause the game. Go ahead. About Trifade. About Trifade. Go ahead. Take a piss. Alright. Piss time is over, Snake. Does anyone else like when Jim Morrison says, Your ballroom days are over, baby? Anyone else like that? Is it just me? that just finds great amusement in the way he delivers that line and the line itself. Am I the only one that knows what I'm talking about? Possibly. Very possibly. Been on a Doors binge lately. Why was he called the Lizard King? I don't know. Because he had the best lizard? I don't know. Samus, we've got trouble. Releasing the security lock may have been a bad idea. The SAX has invaded the water environment in Sector 4. Aqua, or AQA, with several thousand X. With the blue hatch is active, the SAX slipped in easily. The creatures and systems in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. Currently investigating. I'll brief you in the navigation room when you arrive. Is your objective clear? Oh, fuck. Alright, let's do it. Alright, well. The SAX, an enemy with my strongest abilities. Does it have reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. SAX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. The entire universe. I'm thinking if you get enough Federation ships and just blast the fuck out of the general location where the SAX lives, you can probably get it killed. I mean, it is, after all, just Samus's power suit. I don't think the entire universe will bow. What about, like, a fucking army of space pirates? Concentrating their fire on one area. Samus can, you know, get killed. We've seen... I mean, you've seen me play Metroid games before. I get killed all the time. SAX can be killed. It can be beaten. This sector has taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still, this seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially this SAX. But I digress. The sector is home to a very large creature. The researcher is called Ceres. It is capable of moving and attacking at an ultra-high speed. The more senseless and widespread destruction here may be attributable to Ceres. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure why yet. Ceres has returned often to the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to it periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. You are authorized. While you're moving, be careful. Some broken power nodes have electrified the water, but we can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you'll be electrocuted. Conserve energy as you go. This game is definitely moody in its own way. bugs. Speed. I recognize those. Okay, does anyone else see a face in these water tanks? Like, kind of almost has like a Homer Simpson meets Easter Island look. Like some kind of ancient Egyptian art in some ways, too. But this is like definitely a Homer Simpson mouth. It's the 5 o'clock shadow. The Cool Cat sequel? You're shitting me. There's no way. No, Cool Cat has a sequel. But what about the Van Halen guitar? He sold it. You can't do a sequel without the Van Halen guitar. Signed by members of Van Halen. I don't believe it. A sequel is in the making. I'm getting that from one source. One member of the chat. I really... I hope you're telling the truth, because now I really want this. I mean, the Van Halen guitar thing, that's definitely important. If you haven't seen Cool Cat, it is, I'd say, one of the more important films made this century. Don't disregard it just because it's a cat. I can't wait to shit on the movie and then get copyright strikes because I didn't observe fair use properly. Thanks to Daddy Derek. The fuck is Cool Cat? Cool Cat is a mascot for kids created by a man who once starred in the magazine Penthouse. I think it was Penthouse. You know, that motherfucking fish. That motherfucking fish got me good. That motherfucking fish got me real good, guys. I got had. Anyway, whoa. Anyway, Cool Cat is a cartoon cat. It's a movie and a series of books, but watch the movie if you can find it. Or watch YMS's review. He did a good job covering it. Just type YMS Cool Cat in YouTube and you'll find the most amazing thing ever. And, it's just about how you shouldn't bully people. Because bullying is bad. And also, I mean, we're talking like expertly filmed. One of the best cinematography lessons you could watch if you're an aspiring filmmaker. Ah, fuck! God damn, those things hit hard. They just go on to form new enemies. What's this? Daddy Derek is apparently... I actually found this secret area by accident. I was holding left, and I just looked at the chat, and then I found myself in a new room. He's making a movie about gun safety for women. Oh, thank God Daddy Derek is active and staying busy. Man is a true hero, a true patriot. No, this is on Virtual Console. I'm playing this. On the, Wii U Virtual Console. What the hell am I supposed to do here? Maybe nothing right now? This game uses the Wario Land 4 engine. Yeah, I heard about that. Oh, okay. The old Metroid charm. Running into a dead end. And then be like, wait a minute, well, what did I do wrong? Oh yeah, I have to bomb walls. Ah! Do I consider having to blindly shoot at walls a flaw of the Metroid franchise? Maybe. I never thought of it like that. I just thought of it as a Metroid thing. I mean, it definitely leads to you getting stuck at a number of locations because you missed a secret wall that maybe there was no indication of. No, I wouldn't, maybe. I wouldn't necessarily say it's something that bothers me too much. You just get used to it and you just learn to explore your environment and analyze it. And then find areas where there may be a structural weakness, let's call them that. I don't have a lot of health. Shit. Now I have full health. The fuck? Why is my fingertip is itchy? What the hell does that mean? You guys ever hear about that? Like, if your palm is itchy, it means good luck and you're gonna get money? What does it mean when your fingertip is itchy? It's Volvagia from, Zelda. In fish form. Ah, fuck off, dude. Ugh. Yeah, it's fast. It's real fucking fast. I know what upgrade I'm getting from this boss. $49 health left. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Speed booster. Slow start for a speed boost. But that'll be my Metroid Fusion for the night, everyone. I don't want to give you too much. You know, I wouldn't want to make you happy. But no, really though, that'll be it for this game. I want to switch to Chrono Cross. I'm not kidding, because I'm at a really good part in Chrono Cross, and I'm anxious to get back to it. So, but this is great, and we'll do more of this, like, soon. You know, gotta just, this little Troid edging. But yeah, I figure I could probably do another hour or so. I've practiced tomorrow, so I want to at least finish by 3:45. You know, normal time, normal Vinny hours, and then that'll be art, and that'll be it. But yeah, Chrono Cross, we're at a really good part, and I'm very, like I said, very excited to get back to it. So please be patient. I'm just gonna set everything up, and I'll be back in just a few minutes with Chrono Cross, and we'll see how far we can get in the Sea of Eden, or the Dead Sea, rather. So be right back.